right, hey, kids, thanks for joining. Sorry about the scrappy start today. Internet connection issues and YouTube verification pop-ups and all sorts of crap. But it's going to be good. Take a listen to what we're doing today. It's the orchestral version of the solo piano piece that I wrote for Fall of Civilizations podcast. So super gentle, and right now we're going to hear these strings come in, hopefully also quite gently. There we go. Cool. Let me know the quality of the stream. How's it sounding? I'm a bit insecure because of how it started. It'd be helpful if you're listening. Let me know if it's sounding and looking good. Small changes, small marginal gains happening here. Which I can get into as we go. I'm going to be here for the next hour working on this piece and trying to just hammer it into shape. The main thing is just to leave the piano as the dominant instrument because it carries the whole thing. The rest is just supplementing that. So it sounds nice. What I would work on though is just the reverb. Now there's quite a bit of reverb on here already. And there was a middle part, this passage here. Yeah, that works just fine. Okay, now without overdoing it, I do want to try. I want to try and get some winds in here. It's ambitious, but I think it's worth a shot. Why is it ambitious? Well, because I do have a tendency, and there is the tendency when you compose to just keep on throwing stuff at it, layers and layers, and it's actually quite hard to know where to draw the line and say, okay, that's, it sounds lovely. It sounds lovely on its own. The piano piece is, I've had a lot of feedback on this piece, more than anything I've ever written, actually. And people tend to really be moved by it, so I just want to get out of the way, basically. A little bit of percussion, a little bit of strings, and now we're just going to experiment with with adding some winds, just like a high, I'm thinking like a high flute or something like that. This is not a Creative Commons piece. I do release music for other people to use freely. The original piece, Home at Last, you can check that out. Go and search for that and check Free Music Archive or wherever you get your Creative Commons music. That was picked up by the show. That's how it ended up getting placed there. And now this is an instrumental orchestral version of that I'm using it to augment, but it is a commission. So this piece isn't actually available for free usage. This is like kind of a bit more restricted. Hey, Casey, what's up? How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. This one's a bit more restricted, so I have to, I just want to put some thought into it. Okay, turning off the master send for the winds, sending it to the pre-master, and then let's get going. How was your 1, 2, 3, 4? I've got double vocals, which I don't want. Just MIDI. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I don't want double vocals. Turn it off. Input none. There we go. Just released your anthem. Yeah, you mentioned you were doing an anthem. That's super cool, Case. Where do I hear it? How do I hear it? Is it available? I wanna take a good listen to it. And Case says, no, I can only handle one of you. Thank you, man. I've got a stereo vibe going, so if you want the one, you get the other. Okay, where's this flute? Let's figure it out. Here it is, flute solo. Now we should have some. There it is, cool. This is what I was picturing. Okay, on your YouTube, cool. I'm just adding that to the show notes. If you got a link, drop it in the chat, Case. Otherwise, I'll just make a note to check it out later. Stuff happening on my end, just, like this thing of, I'm trying to just make steady improvements. The main thing right now is I'm building a wall. I'm going to go and get some wooden pallets for this room and close it off so there's an extra layer of soundproofing for the outside. very excited about that. It's going to cost about $200, but it's fine. I'll just fork it out. It's worth it for not hearing my neighbor sneeze and cough and play electric guitar, and then some leaves blow past outside, and you're like, oh no, I wonder if someone's walking around outside, like, gonna come and knock on the door and complain. So hopefully that gets done in the next sort of 3 weeks. Listen to this beautiful little flute. Okay. Let's go here. Okay, there. Cool. All right, so let's play a little bit here. Cool. I'm looking forward to hearing that anthem of yours. Tell me about a case. Was it like a commission, or was it like a remix, or what are you doing it for? Your own set? What's the vibe there? Cool, commission, but also for my set. Yeah, cool. You're gonna throw it in. That's cool. Sounds a bit like a sea shanty or something. Not so sure about the solo instrument. I think it draws too much attention to the whole piece. Let's just go with the ensemble. So this is a wind ensemble. It's a collection of sounds basically. I'm going to just load up the original Contact instrument. Okay, says, is that Logic? No, I'm working in Reason today. Sorry, Reaper. How did I get that wrong? Today I'm working in Reaper. Reaper is my second, well, it's actually my program of choice for composing big-ish stuff. So orchestral sounds and that. It handles that type of stuff better than my copy of Ableton. And I find the workflow easier and more customizable. So Reaper today, and not a Creative Commons giveaway. But on the Cyberpunk front, I've finished bouncing out all the videos. I think you commented on the artwork. Thanks for that. I want to show you that real quick. Let's get that up. That is right over here. This is the sort of finalized artwork. So I took this comic. Oops. Hey, check. You can actually. I think you can import images into Reaper. Oh, this is really gonna fuck with my program. But anyway, I think I just imported an image into Reaper. Oh no, I'm getting serious lag. There it is. How does that work? Let's see. Does it actually work? Didn't snap off. No, I'm tempting fate here. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Sorry, I'm screwing around now. I do want to show you the artwork though. So I started off with this artwork, which got generated by Dream Wombo, whatever, one of these AI things. That was the starting point, and then I just kind of messed around with it until I got to this point here. So I'm now releasing it with this as the artwork, which is quite cool. And I've just done all the videos. So all the videos, I've got that on now. Those will be released as soon as the current run ends of scheduled content. I think it's like the end of June or something. But I mean, I'm super stoked about this pack. This is one of the best Creative Commons packs. I mean, you've been around watching me make it, so I'm really, really excited to release it to the community and see what kind of use gets made out of it. I really, what I'm secretly hoping for is like indie games to pick it up, like cyberpunk themed games, because I love like the whole genre. And when I was looking for games to play, like a few years ago, there's like 1 or 2 okay free mobile games, cyberpunk themed games, but I didn't want to pay too much, and also you run out pretty quickly. Like the actual gameplay expires pretty quickly. It like wasn't great. It was kind of fun, but what I'm hoping for is just to be able to contribute some music towards indie games, basically. That's where we're going, and that's why I'm learning Wise at the moment for my other commission. Okay, so that's blah 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 by me, and what we're trying to do right now is load up the Woodwinds ensemble, which I was playing. So here we go. That's loud, let's turn it down. It's also high, let's take it down an octave. It Casey, love the color choice. Great with Ableton's. Fekos Mavros says, one of the few podcasts I still regularly listen to. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by, Skevos. This is what's kind of news from behind the scenes. Actually, the podcast creator Paul Cooper, the guy whose voice you hear on the show, I reached out to him and he's basically commissioned a follow-up for the intro theme. So now what you're listening to in the background now is an orchestral version of the title theme, which is a solo piano piece. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, it's meant to put you in that space of like contemplation, you know. Okay, let's switch sides over here and I think just like a once-off in this ensemble piece. That's gonna give it a lot of reverb. Let's do that now. So I'll stick on the reverb over here. Switch to right tips. These pieces are really don't really feel that. There you go, that's nice. So I turn the mix up quite high on the reverb. Hey Gilp, what's happening? How are you doing? Nice of you to stop by. I kind of turn the mix up really high for the reverb so that when you hear the strings, it's mostly reverb, actually, mostly wet signal, and then this section here, the filter, which is actually just a filter for the reverb, it starts to act like an actual filter for the entire signal because it's mostly wet. So I can mess with that a little bit. I'm not going to, but it's a nice way to mute and dampen the sound if you need to for this type of feel. Yeah, nice to see all you fellas stop by. Thanks very much. I'm very happy to be doing daily live streams again. I think it was a mistake to try and stop and do them every week. So the Friday streams will be longer. But yeah, as I've said before many times, I'm really grateful that you guys show up here. It's super cool. And please do continue to help share the channel and spread the word about what I'm doing here. I'm releasing a lot of good music as Creative Commons stuff. And I need your help figuring out who it's for and how to find them, basically. Cool. So what I'm going to do is just at this in this middle section here with the 4 chords, that. Now the strings are sort of carrying it a little bit. And now over here at this point, let's add the winds. So there, but like very subtly. Let's add winds. I want to wrap this up by the week, maybe by a week's time. I don't want to spend too long on this. Gilp says, I wish I could produce it like a pro in Reaper, but sadly I'm a noob at it. I really need to learn this DAW. It's the only DAW I can't figure out and wrap my head around. What do you think of Reaper, Casey? Have you had a chance to use it? And what do you prefer? It's my number one choice of DAW, unless I'm doing live, because Ableton works much better. But it sucks that it doesn't have its own libraries. Like, that's the one thing. It doesn't come with any sounds, but if you can get past that and use your own VSTs or use your own libraries anyway, then to me it's just like reigns supreme over all the others. It's basically like Pro Tools, but just a tenth of the price and like much, much better support and community and build and updates and all that stuff. Cool, so let's add a little bit of winds here, and we're landing on we're starting on the G to the D, and we'll come in on the G again. I'm just going to record a simple G note. No, a B note. Let's get the harmony. Here we go. 2, 3. Just... I might have to refine this a little bit. The thing with winds is they teach you not to play long notes like this because it doesn't sound realistic, because of the reality is that wind players need to take a breath. So they teach you, if you want to make it sound more photorealistic, if that's your job, is to just put some gaps in at the end. So I'm going to try that out. I don't want this to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the last 2 beats. 1, 2. Not sold on the timbre. I want it to be more subtle than that. So let's just start with a volume dip. Much more slowly, softly. Back to the comments. Casey says, no, I am an Ableton man. Caps. Casey says, I can work with almost anything except Fruity Loops. Fair enough. Fruity Loops is so weird, I can't find anything. And Gilp says, Casey, that's the door I produce professionally and I know how to use. Ooh. Oh no, I've started a wall. This is going to be great for my stats. The only thing I dislike about Ableton is the insane price increase for the update. Yes. I mean, they're all freaking expensive if you ask me. That's why a lot of people just choose not to obtain them commercially. But that's why I like Reaper too. $60 for free updates for 3 versions. It's like affordable. These types of approaches work in the long run. I learned the other day that the dude who is in charge of Cocos or coded the early versions of Reaper was also the same guy who wrote Winamp. So I think a long history of prioritizing the users, because Winamp's also pretty awesome. It kicks the llama's ass. Okay, we're gonna land on the wings here. Yes, there we go, just a little. And the strings just gently down and the horns take over. Or repeat that entire passage. So I just use the razor tool to cut and drag like that. It's nice and blended now, it feels nice. Casey says, Gilp and Casey talking about Ableton Live. Will there be, Gilp says, will there be more free projects for us users of Live 11? Yes, in fact, all of the cyberpunk stuff I just finished, so 10 tracks coming at you very quickly, very soon. They're all Ableton Live 11.0, so you can get them and should be able, they zero dependencies. I deliberately, as you know, I deliberately make templates without external VSTs or samples that are missing, so that it's a good user experience and it's portable. So yeah, you find the full pack on Patreon, and it'll be behind the paywall. But I mean, you're gonna be getting a lot of cool stuff as time goes on. You guys can see how busy I am putting the stuff out there. So patrons kind of win in the long run. And then the tracks themselves will be just for use in videos and Creative Commons usage. But yeah, I encourage you to jump on and see what's on offer with the free tier. So check the link in the YouTube description for the free stuff that I'm giving out quite regularly. And then Cyberpunk stuff, Live 11 Premium. I don't like the way this goes up at the end. Let's take it down. I want to take it down to the B. That's the B, sorry, and then down to the G. Casey says it's not done yet, right? You're talking about Cyberpunk. It is, yeah, the music's done. All of the music's finished. Stoked to, I've done the online mastering using BandLab, which is really good. I've been test listening to it, but I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's done. So yes, and now comes the bulk of admin that comes with it. So I bounce out video versions of the audio. I upload the audio to like everywhere. So yeah, YouTube, Bandcamp, streaming services, all that stuff, and Free Music Archive for Creative Commons use. And then I put out videos every 10 days. So like that'll start in June after the current batch is finished. So somewhere like mid-June, I think I ran out of the stuff that I've finished up till now. The 80s action montage album I just finished. and then you'll start to see Cyberpunk in the feed, and there'll also be one long video, 25 minutes I think, of all of the tracks in one, and that appears in my YouTube channel under a playlist called Theme Music Packs. You can just listen to everything in one go. Yeah, so the music's finished, and that's quite a relief actually. It's behind me now. Oh, Casey, offering to master it for me. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll take you up on that for future stuff, because I don't know how, I can't actually, honestly, I can't master properly in this room, and there's no bass traps, there's none of that stuff. So I do the best I can with what I've got, but if you're offering to help, I might take you up on that in future. Appreciate that. Cool, down to the G. 4, now we're just gonna, no. No, it's at this point we should be somewhere high up. So I'm going to bring back that flute solo and make it as subtle and far away as I can. So like, yeah, this kind of thing, yeah. A Dorian. No, it's not a Dorian, it's a... Casey says, have you taken into account the streaming requirements for mastering? Yes, use loudness penalty to check out streaming, but to be honest, I don't give a shit about streaming. I mean, it's not where I'm aiming. I know people discover you in that, but that entire ecosystem of streaming and Spotify is kind of meant to just encourage content submission, but there's very little curation, and it's just a huge database. I know people search on Spotify, but I'm not big on Spotify, and I don't really, it's not part of the strategy. The goal here is Ableton Live templates, right? The music is a means of discovering what I actually do, which is templates. And you can't publish templates to Spotify, and you can't really communicate that you publish templates on Spotify. So it's got the numbers, but I'm looking for depth of connection. I'm looking for this, where I'm talking to you guys directly. This is what it's about for me. If I get 100 of you guys supporting me, that's all. Then we don't need Spotify and pretend streaming numbers and all of that stuff. So I'm kind of not in... I don't really mind if Spotify turns down my tracks because they're like half a dB too loud or whatever. That's not going to bother me at all. Okay, let's get this flute in here. Take it back. This is the most distracted composition session I've ever done. Here comes the flute. You're right, you can put that in your bio. You can't link from your bio. Very few people actually like go and type it out. That's a roadblock is what I'm saying. But you're right, I could actually be saying get the templates for these tracks. YouTube's where it's at for me though. I think YouTube's actually doing a better job of music streaming than Spotify is, to be honest. Their recommendation is better, the experience of their app is better. But YouTube Music, that app just needs some serious work, man. Like, which app do you use for streaming? You're a Spotify user. There you go. Very gentle little flute in the background there. Okay. All right. That sounds fine. Let's see how these winds play out. I don't want to mess too much with it. Let's give it a listen in the background. Okay. SoundCloud user, yeah, cool. Yeah, I stopped putting stuff on SoundCloud when I ran out of space. It's 2 hours, I think, for the... I mean, you can't have premium subscriptions to every service. Spotify for music is out of my normal genre. Yeah, I know what you mean. Do you find much stuff on Bandcamp? That's like, to me, the best curation. There's a fair amount of techno and stuff on there too, but I think it's more like geared towards like jazzy, indie jazz bands and like progressive underground sort of bands. I think that's where their heart is. Alright guys, this is sounding nice. times wind, the winds. 1, 2, 3. Slight lift. Okay, now there we need another crash. I've kind of neglected percussion, but what we'll do here is take this passage, sorry, this note. Let's also just, okay, I've locked the envelope. Let's just get this as one big, nice big chunk of MIDI, group it, and now I can see it at a glance. Lose the MIDI, sorry, the mixer, and take this D6 note and extend it over, or just write another one here at the right time. Oops, I'm zipping through time here. Okay. Now this is an organic time note. I should actually not be on grid at the moment. Let's turn it off grid and just slide it. It's Alt S, yeah. Slide it over to there, and we've got about that much, about a third of the preceding bar. That's where it starts. It's a cymbal roll. It's got to be timed well. Here we go. There you go, that's it. Sith Lord, welcome back. Nice to see you again today. Winds are going down smooth like whiskey. Whiskey in the jar, man. I must resist the temptation to bust out like a guitar solo. Not that I can play like that, but it would be fun to be able to. A man can dream. Let me imagine. Seth Lord, you've just stumbled into a conversation about different music software. Are you someone who produces music on software? Yeah, that's it, yeah. That flute is a bit early. I want it to be 1, 2, 3. That's it, 9, I think. I'm going. I'm getting too complicated here. Yeah, SoundCloud is important for DJ vibes for sure. You can publish whole sets, but also to scout other artists. So yeah, a lot of discovery happening there. SoundCloud is like, it's like when a soccer player comes from the slums and gets like scouted, exactly like you said, scouted for like a bigger team. That's what SoundCloud's great for. Just publish it yourself and then shop it around and see what sticks, you know. Okay guys, there are currently 4 of you here, slightly higher than usual. It's great to have you here. Quick ad, there's a link in the channel description for free Ableton Live templates on my Patreon page. Go check it out if you're into Ableton, and consider becoming a free member. You'll get the updates. I'm writing a story at the moment about what I'm doing now, how I got this gig with Fall of Civilizations. The guy who got the music for free, and then when I reached out to him, was very generous in like, kind of compensating me for it. And I'll include details about that. And then subsequently has commissioned this. This is the follow-up piece. So there's a whole story behind this, and I talk about how I feel about it and give some details on the deal and stuff. So that'll be coming out in a couple of, well, I was hoping to do it today, but you'll get that kind of stuff when you subscribe, even as a free member. The behind the scenes of the behind the scenes. Okay, dudes, we were here at this halfway point. Let's see where we're going now. Sith Lord says, the most I ever did was mess around with the MIDI keyboard in Acid in 2010. It didn't click with me. Gotcha. Just to clarify, when you say you messed around with Acid, do you mean Acid Pro, the software, or the recreational narcotic? I mean, you can answer or don't answer. I just wanted to know. Casey, I follow a lot of new artists this week before I book them for my events. Right on. So it all goes down here. I don't like the timing on the flute. A little bit too out. Let's just play the flute again. Yeah, and then halfway there. Got a little chuckle from Sith Lord. I was just trying to be funny. Yeah, it came bundled with Sony Vegas, that's right. That was just before my time. I came in at about Reason 2. That was my vibe. And Ableton 7. That was when I kind of joined in. But before that, I mean, I've been playing music, and I started playing piano when I was 3, and guitar and violin and all that stuff. Speaking of violin, you guys wanna join me in a little violin session? Should I whip out the fancy stringed instrument and try and make it sound good with this piece? I wanted to try, at least. I don't know how it'll sound, but let's try it out. I'm going to add some violin tracks here, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's fine. Let's go with violin 4. Sorry, not Fox 4. Violin 4. Okay. Template, sorry, here we go. Do I not have a template for violin? Violin 16 FX. Okay, I don't need 16 tracks, but I'll just have a couple. I've got to update the effects on this. So let's get out old Valhalla. I think that might be the best pairing for this track. So, first things first, routing. I'm just going to get out of the way. You guys can see what's cooking. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. What I meant to do was this. Okay, let's get first violin effects. We want everything to go not to the master, but to the pre-master. I have to do that every time. I really need to write a macro for that. Cool. I'm going to turn off the compressors, and I'm going to lose proto-verb. Then I'm going to find a Valhalla. Casey says, if you can't play piano like me. Everyone plays a better piano, right? Anyone who's a producer knows a couple of things on the piano. Okay, Supermassive is the best reverb that I know of. For free by Valhalla. I love Valhalla's design. It's like the flat 2D vibe. Okay. And that's not what we're trying to do. So I'm a little bit rusty on Reaper shortcuts, but I'll get there. Okay, here we go. Load up Valhalla. And then the actual routing for the violin needs to come in from 1 to 2. Yeah, there we go. Actually, Supermassive is not the right one, is it? We want space echo or frequency echo. Let's try that one. No, not frequency echo. I'm looking at space modulator. There you go. Cool. Space modulator. There we go. Cool. So just try that again. 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 2. I don't use this thing enough. This is super rad. I sound like a demon. Demonic demon. I am your demon. I am your demon. Not really what we're trying to achieve here today, though. Kids, was I mistaken in thinking that Supermassive was a reverb unit? Because I really did think so. Let's try and get this right. Someone called Doom Guy. Yeah, man. I look like the Doom Trooper. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2. Oh, I love that. There. That's a bit like no warp. 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 3 3. If we take the feedback all the way down. 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm just screwing around. Yeah. Alright, so it sounds like I don't actually have a go-to reverb at the moment. Let's get back on track. I was planning on playing a violin. Oh no. All of these tracks, and I only need 1 or 2 of them, have been routed to number 1. Sorry, number 3. Cool little trick there. If you're into Reaper, you've got a console, which has got keyboard shortcuts. It's more on the... You can enter command codes, and if you can memorize the list of these things, you'll save a lot of time. Like instead of clicking like mic 1, 3, you just like C, I3, enter, boom. They're all in place. Alright, I'm going to screw around with a violin right now. Sorry, you can hear the output. Twitchy bristles. Mick, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, nice to see you in your face. Give me a sec to bust it out. Hang on, let's get over to, there we go. Channel 2. Whoa, there goes my lights. Okay, kids. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, you can't see anything, can you? Canada here, says Twitchy Bristles, and lol and fair. What is up? Okay, cool. Let's go back to here. I haven't set up my other camera properly today, but we'll get there. Marginal gains, people. Marginal gains. That's what it's about. Okay, I'm going to try and do some violin on this now. Let's try not to completely deafen everybody and scare everyone away. One thing I want to do is just turn off the monitor on this track so that you should not be able to hear it through both of me. Bit loud. Take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm just gonna screw around. I'm gonna tune up while I play this in the background. Tell me if the violin's too loud or whatever, then I'll adjust it. And I'm gonna also play with the mute, so I'm blaring over this. Finding it hard to play because I'm restrained for space. Just try to get out of here. I'm trying to like satisfy the needs of the mic and the camera and my elbows and the headphones and the emotional needs of my audience. It's all very complicated. Okay. No ornamentation. This is a very slow piece. Not gonna doing anything like that. Okay. There's the flute. Okay, let's take this. I'm just gonna put a marker in here so I can begin whenever I need. And I also do want to hear this with some kind of reverb. I deleted protoverb, but I think I'm gonna bring it back now. It's got a nice default setting for protoverb. It's a useful freebie, this one. Protoverb. Where is it? There it is. I recommend this. It's kind of good for one-trick pony type stuff. You just go over to Cathedral. 1, 2, 3, and you get a nice sounding. Should get a nice sounding echo. I've put it on the wrong. I've put it on the right channel. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear the violin? I can't actually. I don't know what you guys are hearing or not. 1, 2, 3. I think that's better. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get an EQ on here just to. Yeah, that's it. Enable that. Cool. 1, 2, 2. And it kind of mutes the protoverb. 1, 2, 2. There you go. Okay, let's try that again. Let's get protoverb back in the picture. See what's cooking there. Cathedral reverb setting. Top. let's go. Just mute the mic from there and just get that back up there. Let's get this up here. Cool. Get the piano out. See things a bit better. Cool. Alright, just kind of warming up here. I can't really do anything until I've warmed up. But can you hear what I'm doing though? Like, I don't know what you guys are hearing. Is it sounding? Are you getting any actual sound from me? It's quite a complicated setup, this. But I do want to try and put some violin on here. It might sound quite nice. Okay, where the heck is my piece? Let's take it back to the top. Yeah. Lord, sounds coming through. Cool. Sounds coming through on my end. Great. Good to hear. Where? What the hell? Looks like I've lost the piano. How did that happen? Oh no. I think I just deleted the piano. Oh yeah, I did. Curses. Okay, I'm gonna have to just revamp up the piano here. It's called Noir. I don't think I deleted it, I think it just fell apart. Noir, there. It's Noir Pure. Let's stick that in there. Sorry about that. There's a problem with Reaper. You can't undo changes made to a VST. It's not Reaper, it's just DAWs in general. Okay, let's practice here. Quite brittle on the top end. I don't like the general. Okay. Piano's back at least. Stop, save, and I'm just gonna screw around basically with the violin a little bit. If that's cool with you guys. Hope that's cool with you guys. Hope it's cool. Just do that as a scratch take and hear what it sounds. Cool. I'm getting it quite a lot in the one ear. It's panned. needs to be there. It's too loud. Needs to be subtle. Cool. All right. Well. It's an unforgiving instrument. I'm hearing all sorts of things I don't like, but anyway. I think we'll keep going with that tomorrow. Violin, or I'll do it in the gap. Looks like the violin scared everyone off. It's not very relatable, is it? So maybe we don't do so much of that in streams. I think people are here to chat more and just have a good time, not actually watch you work. So, I mean, I can play violin if you guys want me to, but then you must ask me to. Cool. Dudes, we're almost done. I've done a good hour today. I will be back tomorrow for the Friday freebie stream, which is where I make something more like upbeat in the Patreon free channel, free collection stuff. So yeah, if you like that, the sound of that, then go sign up as a free Patreon member and you'll get that. You can also be part of the creative process by showing up at the stream and throwing suggestions at me. I'm going to close this now and then just screw around for a few minutes on the gear behind me over here. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. First things first, I want to just get open Ableton Live for a minute. Well, we don't even really need Ableton for this. Let's just do the Owlstorm. So Owlstorm, I've got this set up over here. Let's have some fun. Next up on my wish list, kids, Bluetooth headphones. And you have to get some plumbing down here so I don't have to go upstairs to take a piss. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we do actually need Ableton for restream, right? Okay. Screwing around and we'll get the full screen. Okay, One problem I've got to solve still is the problem of how to get this to go into the door without Ableton. Basically, I need a doorless setup. One of my patrons was a bit of an expert in this, I think. Are you listening right now? It was doorless setups, yeah. And the camera itself is quite dark, so what you see is ideal. Okay, I'm gonna have to sort this Owlstorm thing out. Lots to figure out here, kids. I know what's going on. Owlstorm has to be in the fitting. There we go. Cool. Now I've got to set that. Cool. Okay, I've got a lot to figure out here, but you know, we're getting there. Marginal gains, marginal gains, marginal gains. Got a little filter on the XY here so you can... So we got this sequencer running over here, just kind of on its own. We're going to do more of this kind of stuff tomorrow, dudes. I think I can't really get into it now. There's too much going on. Thanks for stopping by. As you know, I'll be here 2 p.m. UTC most days. Tomorrow I'll do it even earlier. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, bro, and sharing the love and all that stuff. Whoa. Yeah, catch you later. And I'm just going to kill it now. I don't have anything to play, but super stoked that you're here. And I'm just going to... yeah, I'll keep you in the loop. Be back to